Hey everybody. Right, I'm just going to do the boring technical stuff and make sure that we are in fact live. Let's double check. Yes. Okay, excellent. I'm going to give everyone a few minutes just to get into the live session on YouTube. Okay. Bear with me just a second, guys. Okay, I'm hoping that this is all good and we are streaming okay. Yeah, it looks okay here. So welcome. Let's just double check. Yeah, okay, so we have 3 more minutes until we officially get started. So what I'd like you guys to do is grab a pen and paper, whichever you prefer, pencil, pen, highlighter, felt tip, whatever it is. Go grab something and also get yourself a drink or a snack or something, just so that you can really sit back and enjoy the session. Now, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to see any comments that are coming through. Just bear with me a second. Aha, I can see that Azan's here. Hey, Azan. Hello. Okay. Just doing boring technical stuff at the minute. If you're watching on Catch Up, guys, then please do fast forward a minute or so just before we get started. And I'm just going to type into the chat. Okay. Right. Fabulous. So I think I am just about ready to get started now. Hey, Azan. Hello. Okay. Right. Let's go. So the time has come for our Halloween spooktacular. So I would like you to say hello in the chat. If you're watching, then find the chat feature and say hello. And the idea of this, guys, is literally we all get involved. So if you are watching, just go straight to the chat and say hello to me, and then I can say hello back to you. Woohoo. Fabulous. Arzan's my biggest fan at the moment. He's like, hi, hello. Okay. Right, so now that we have said hello to each other, we are going to have a look at what is on today's menu. So we have the Witch's Word Scramble, we have some terrifying tricks, and we also have some potions and poems. Which one are you looking forward to the most, do you think? Which one are you looking forward to the most? The Witch's Word Scramble, the terrifying tricks, or the potions and poems? I wonder what it's going to be. Let me know. Again, use the chat. Hello, I can see more people are arriving. Hey guys, hello. Okay, which one do you think is going to be your favorite? Do you think which is word scramble? Do you think terrifying tricks? Do you think potions and poems? What do you reckon? Word scramble. Nice. Nice. Good. Nice bit of verbal reasoning there. We've got terrifying tricks. Tricks. Where have we heard that word before when it comes to English? Where have we heard the word tricks? What can you think of that we use quite a lot within our writing, maybe? Within our writing? I wonder whether you can guess it. Nice. So Arzan says that anagrams are easy and challenging. I like a good challenge. That's good. Okay. Who else have we got? Who else? What do you think? So terrifying tricks, what could it be? What could we be talking about when we're talking about tricks and writing? Does that give you a clue? I wonder. I wonder. Writer's tricks. Writer's tricks. We will have to see, won't we? We'll have to see. And potions and poems. Right. Let's start off with our witch's word scramble. So the following 10 words are misspelt. Can you unscramble them? Are we ready? So we have 10 words. Now you can write out a list, pen and paper, you can quickly just jot down 1 to 10, or you can do it as you go, entirely up to you. But you're ready to see if you can unscramble them. Here we go. Number 1. Ooh, what could that be? These are all Halloween themed. They are all Halloween themed words. What could that one be? And if you think you've got it, you can, if you want to, type it into the chat. But if not, and you want to save your answers until we actually look at the answers, you can also do that. It's entirely up to you. What could that one be? Let's see if anyone is mentioning this one. Okay, no one's mentioned it so far. That's cool. That's cool. Think about what that word could be. You have to unscramble those letters. Good bit of verbal reasoning here, guys. Okay, ready for number 2? Number 2. Unscramble it. Unscramble and write it down. And then once we get to the end, we are going to have a look at the answers. And then you can let me know in the chat how well you've done. Okay. Number 3, there's number 3. Again, these are all Halloween themed. Have a good think about what these could be if they are Halloween themed. On to number 4. What could that one be? That looks a bit strange, doesn't it? What could that one be? Number 4. Oh, you're struggling. Are these tricky? Super tricky. Well, Arzan, you said you love a challenge. You said you love a challenge. Okay, on to number 5. These are all Halloween themed. I can't give you any clues, can I? I can't give you any clues because if I try to think of a way to explain them, I've just given it away. Okay, number 6. Number 6. Number 7. Number 7. This one looks really strange, but It's more obvious than you think. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Number 8. Number 8. Nice. Good job. Yeah. Well done for number 5. Yep, well done for number 5. Keep going, guys. Keep it going. Number 9 is on the screen now. And number 10. There we go. There are your 10 words. Your 10 Halloween-themed words. And I'm just going to double check something. If you would like a clue, what I can do actually, because we use this all the time, we use parts of speech, don't we? So most of these are nouns. They are all things apart from number 8, which is an adjective. Okay, that might help some of you. So most of them are nouns apart from number 8, which is an adjective. Let's see. Yeah, cool. Cool stuff. Some of you saying werewolf, pumpkin, skeleton, cobwebs, spiders. Aha, we're opening up those neural pathways, aren't we, in our brains? Nice. Good. Okay, I'm going to give you, let's say, 1 more minute to try and answer all of these. 1 more minute to try and unscramble all 10 words. I think you can do it. Just checking to see if there's any other messages coming through. Come on, guys, you got this. You can do this. By the way, guys, if you are watching, please give this video a like and make sure that you're subscribed. Like and subscribe. Okay. Right, we are going to go through these now. Let me just double check the chat. This is awesome. Yes, you're really starting to get this now. Good. Awesome. Right, should we see then? Should we compare the answers? Should we have a look at the answers? Ready? Here goes. Number 1 was vampire. Number 2, spiders. Number 3, costume. Number 4, cauldron. Number 5, skeleton. Number 6, zombie. Number 7, Halloween. Number 8, spooky. Number 9, pumpkin. And number 10, cobwebs. I wonder whether you got the S on the end of these ones. Spiders and cobwebs. I wonder whether you did. Amazing. Good job. Good job. How many did you get out of 10? How many did you get out of 10? Let me know in the chat. Type your score into the chat. Well done. Verbal reasoning is always good, isn't it, for a warm-up? Always good for a warm-up. So have a good look through your answers and see if you can mark them. Have a quick score, so quick total up, and then let me know your score into the chat. Very good. Hey guys, if you've just joined, please say hello into the chat so that I know you're here. 6 out of 10. Okay, it's over half. That's a positive. Let's take a positive from that one. Good job. Awesome. Okay. 8 out of 10. Very good. Very good. Okay, right, let's move on then. So can anyone remember what I said was coming after the witch's word scramble? Which was it? Can you remember on today's menu? Witch's word scramble, and then it was what? We spoke about it quite a bit, beginning with T. Let's have a look. Next up, oh, how well do you know your tricks? T for tricks. So a simile is, now we should all know, if we've been doing 11 plus English, we should all know what a simile is. So I'd like you to come up with your best definition for what a simile is. And sometimes, if we find it tricky to define things or explain things, just imagine someone's asked you who really doesn't know what a simile is. What's a simile? Imagine what you would say back to them. Okay, and I want you to type your definition again into the chat. Good. What is a simile? I'll type that into the chat as well. What is a simile? How would you define it? If an alien landed on Earth and said, what is a simile? What would you say? How would you explain it? Come on, guys, you can do this. I want your very best definition. A phrase that compares something with something else using like or as. That's an awesome definition. And we're going to see whether you're right, Arzan. We're going to have a little look. Any other definitions? Any other definitions? Keep them coming in. Right, let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. A simile is comparing things for effect using the words like or as. For example, the broom was as straight as a candle. So it's more effective, isn't it, than just saying the broom is straight or it's a straight broom. We're comparing it to something. So it allows our reader, if this is our writing, it allows our reader to visualize, to really imagine how straight this broom really is by comparing it with a candle. Do we have any other definitions coming through? Well done, Arzan, good job. Simile is a sentence with like or as, for example, the ruler was as tall as a tree. Amazing, you've given your own example of a simile there. Good, so the broom was as straight as a candle, super effective without us having to say the straight broom or the broom was straight. It's kind of boring, yeah? So now it's your turn. Using this image to inspire you, you are going to create your very own simile. Have a look at that image. Again, Halloween themed, it's all Halloween today. Create your very own simile. Remember, you have to use the words like or as. So have a good look at something in that picture that you might describe. You might talk about the picture overall and how it makes you feel, or you might choose something visually from that picture. I think the moon's the most obvious one, or the tree, or some of the pumpkins, or those wooden kind of floorboards at the bottom. You might choose something, an object, and then think of how you might describe it and compare it to something else. Compare it to something else. What could you say? What could you say? Let's see what you guys are saying. Come on, I know how good you are with your writing and your descriptions. Super, super. Keep it going. Keep it going. Let's see. Does anyone come up with one? Give you another minute. Okay. The moon was as bright as a light. The cryptic tree was as tall as a mountain. Ooh, awesome. Good. So you're using the words like or as. If we really wanted to come up with something that is super effective, try not to go with something that's too obvious, okay? And this is almost like the skill of a really good writer, and it comes with practice. So you would look at that moon and think, oh, it's huge, or oh, it's really shiny, oh, it's really bright. But this is probably what most of everyone else is thinking. I look at that moon and I see the size of it, and I think I would want to use a simile to say it's as colossal as, or the moon looks like a giant football, something like that, okay? Try not, though, to go with something too obvious. So the moon obviously shines anyway, so anything to do with light, we're going to expect those. So if you really want to push yourself, try and go with something that's completely different. The moon is as eerie as, or the moon is as quiet as, the moon is as scary as. Try and give it some kind of mood or atmosphere. Let's see what else we have coming through. Nice. The pumpkins, which were staring at the moon, were as happy as children with candy. Nice. I like that because you've also used another technique in there. Yes, you've used a simile to say that the pumpkins are as happy as children, but then you've turned the pumpkins into human, or you've given them human characteristics and behaviors, which is, of course, personification. That's very clever. Good job. Okay, so those are our similes. So now let's think about a metaphor. A metaphor. Now, something that I hear all the time is, well, a metaphor is kind of like a simile, but you just don't use the words like or as. But actually, a metaphor is so much more than that. It's basically pretending that something is something. Something is something else. And personification is a form of that. It's a form of metaphor. So where Arzan's just said about the pumpkins being children, you know, happy children, that's on its own metaphorical. It's a metaphor. You're pretending that the pumpkins are children. So a metaphor is pretending that something is something else for effect. Yes, of course, we don't use the words like or as, but it's actually, imagine it's like transformed into something else. So my example here is, her nails were shards of glass. See how I'm pretending that they are actually glass. I'm not saying that they are as sharp as glass. I'm not saying that they are like shards of glass. I'm literally saying that her nails are shards of glass. Now, you have a go with this one. This is your turn now. Create your very own metaphor using this image to inspire you. Off you go. And remember what I said, try not to go for something that's too obvious, okay? Let's see if we've got any other comments coming through. The grass was as green as moss. I also used a relative clause. Yep. The pumpkins rolled around the mossy green grass like footballs. Yes. Good. Good job. Okay, so try with your metaphors. Try with your metaphors now. Keep it going, keep it going. Remember the craft and the skill of a writer, which comes with practice and practice and more practice, and also reading and being inspired by other writers. The specific craft and skill is usually associated with doing something which is out of the ordinary. What most people would describe, choose something different. And if you can do that and you can do it well, then that is the real skill. 10 people watching, good. So type into the chat, guys, if you are watching, just say hello. Just say hello. And also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and then we can create more for you. The cobweb was ripped tissue. Ooh, I like that, because you're conveying how delicate the cobweb is. I like that. Tissue tears easily. Cobwebs are easily damaged, aren't they? The cobweb smiled down at the grass. Yes, you can use personification. I want you, for this example, see if you can just do a metaphor. So don't give it any human traits yet, but just do a metaphor. So I might say, for example, that the cobweb is a blanket for spiders. Yeah, the cobweb is a blanket for spiders. The cobwebs were a mini hammock. Oh, I love that. And the spider, once it finished its meal, relaxed in it. Nice. Excellent. Good. This is really good. Keep going. Keep going. If you can think of any more, then go for it. Type them into the chat. I kind of see it a bit like Arzan does, actually, like a hammock, some form of like security. It's obviously where a spider spends a lot of its time. So you might go for something like a home, a house, a blanket, a bed, something cozy. You might even call it a work of art, a masterpiece. Good. You're doing so well. So well. Awesome. And then, of course, if you wanted to take it one step further, you can use personification, and you can add a human trait to it. So we've had, for example, the cobweb smiled down at the grass, which is cool, isn't it? Let's turn that cobweb into something that has human traits. Okay. Right. Now, let's move on to our potions and poems. Right, who's this guy? Who am I and what am I known for? Who is this guy? We should all know who this dude is. The cobweb is a pillow. I like that one. Who am I and what am I known for? Who am I and what am I known for? Shakespeare, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Well done if you have said Shakespeare. Good job. Okay, let's learn a little bit more. So I'm William Shakespeare, not me, this dude on the screen, and I'm known for writing plays and poems. And William Shakespeare says, I wrote this. Do you recognise it? Have a look at that. Do you recognise that? Has anyone heard this before, seen it before? Does anyone recognise that? I will give you a clue. It is from a play. It's from a play. Do we know any Shakespeare plays? Let's see what you guys are saying. Yes, William Shakespeare is known as a poet. He writes poems and does plays. Yes, very, very famous. So does anyone know which play this text has been taken from? Let's find out. Should we find out? Let's have a look. This has been taken from Macbeth. And Macbeth was written by William Shakespeare. And with plays, we know that before characters actually start speaking, because they're acted out, they're usually given like instructions, so stage directions, we call it. And the stage directions before witches begin chanting, it's thunder and lightning, it's the witches herding round together, and we can see here the witches are standing around a cauldron and they begin to chant. What does that mean if someone chants something? What does the word chant mean? Let me know in the chat. Good, some of you saying, yep, Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet. Very good. What does it mean when someone chants? To chant something. Now this is YouTube Live, so we do get some delays. So I'm just waiting for your answers to come up on the screen. What does that mean if someone chants? Let me know. Any answers coming through? I'll wait. I will wait. I'll be patient. Anyone coming through? Let's have a look. Wishing upon something. That's a really good suggestion. Wishing upon something. Any other suggestions? Keep them coming. Keep them coming, guys. Wishing upon something. Chanting. Where do we hear a chant? Where do we hear a chant? Let's have a think. Chanting. So we can use definitions to chant. Let's see if this loads up. It might do, it might not. A repeated rhythmic phrase, typically one shouted or sung in unison by a crowd. Okay. So a chant, repeated in unison from a crowd. So we have witches here standing around a cauldron. So I'm just going to read through this text now. Let's see if we have any other answers coming through. Okay. So I'm going to read through and then we have some questions afterwards. All right, here goes. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Fillet of a fenny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blind worm's sting, lizard's leg and owlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth, boil and bubble. Ugh. Okay, are you ready for your first question? What are the witches doing? What do we think they're doing? What are these witches doing? What do we think they're doing? Type it into the chat. your answers into the chat. What do we think these witches are doing? What are they doing? Let me know, guys. Let me know what these witches are doing. The witches are cooking. Ooh, cooking. You say the witches are cooking. Any other answers? Creating a potion. Aha. Yes, both correct. And what are they using? What are they using to cook everything in? What are they actually putting everything into? We do have a clue on the screen. What are they using? Can we find the word? What do we call it? That pot that they're using. Cauldron, good job. It's a cauldron. Here we go. They've said in the cauldron, boil and bake. So they're putting everything into the cauldron to cook. Shakespeare says, next question, I used a technique in these phrases. What is it called? Ooh. So we have fillet of a fenny, we have boil and bake, and we have lizard's leg. What's that technique? What technique has he used in those examples? Fillet of a fenny, boil and bake, lizard's leg. What do you notice? What's that technique? I think it is taking a while for comments to come through, guys. So sorry if it is taking a while and I'm delayed. Some of you saying simile, some of you saying metaphor. Oh, good suggestion. It's none of those. It's one beginning with A. Ah, yeah, you got it. You got it. It is alliteration. Alliteration. And alliteration basically means the repetition of a sound and often a letter, okay, across a group of words. So we can see fillet of a fenny, boil and bake, lizard's leg. A common misconception about alliteration, the words don't have to be right next to each other. You can see here we do have a gap between them. For example, boil and bake, we have the word and in between. Fillet of a fenny, we have 3 F's there that are spread out. It's almost impossible to have like a long trail of words that do all begin with the same letter or sound and make a complete sentence. It's quite tricky to do. So just remember, alliteration, it can be spread out, it can be sprinkled through a sentence or a phrase. Okay, next question. How many ingredients do the witches add to the cauldron in total? Ooh, let's see if you can have a count up. Alliteration, good job. How many actual ingredients do the witches add to the cauldron in total? See if you can figure that one out. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble, fillet of a fenny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake, eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog, adder's fork and blindworm's sting, lizard's leg and owlet's wing. Ew. How many ingredients do they add in total? How many could we count there? So we have, someone said 7, okay. Someone said 7. What do you reckon? Azam, what do you reckon? How many ingredients? So we have 7. Any other suggestions here? Okay, let's go through it together. Hopefully you've got the right answer. So I'm going to use annotate now on Zoom, which I love. It's a brilliant feature. And I'm going to choose orange as my highlighter colour because it's Halloween. Halloween spoooktacular. So double, toil and trouble, fire, burn and cauldron bubble. Nothing there. Fillet of a fenny snake. So fillet of a snake. So that's 1. In the cauldron, boil and bake. That's just talking about cooking. Eye of newt, so a newt's eye. And toe of frog, a frog's toe. Wool of bat, so a bat's wool. And a dog's tongue, tongue of dog. Adder's fork. An adder is a type of snake. And obviously snakes have forks at the end of their tongues. So we're talking about like the fork of the adder's tongue. A blind worm's sting, a lizard's leg, and an owlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boiling bubble. Again, that's just talking about the cooking. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Correct answer is 9. The witches add 9 ingredients to the cauldron. Let me know in the chat if you got those ones correct. 7, 10, 9. Aha, yes, you're all saying 9. Good, well done. Fabulous. Okay, this is our last exercise, guys, for today. Gosh, this has flown. I would like you to choose an image and give it a caption. And the funnier, the better. So choose image 1, image 2, image 3, and give it a caption. And the funnier, the better. And make sure you let me know which image you're going for. So say, for example, you want to go for number 2, which is that beautiful Halloween cat. Then just put number 2 and then write your caption. Nice, ghost-tastic, number 1, like it. Witch-tastic, go with the same theme, like it, number 2. Halloween vibes, yes, like that one. I like it, keep going. Keep going, guys. Your best caption. What's your best caption for one of those images? So we've got ghost-tastic, we have witch-tastic, we have Halloween vibes. Do we have any others coming through? think I'd choose the cat. That cat looks so cute with its grey tail and its little hat. Very cute. Anything else coming through? Let's have a look. Nothing else coming through. Okay. So I really, really, really hope that you have had a spooktacular time for this Halloween spooktacular. And I'd like to invite you, if you haven't already, to come and join the club. And the link for the club is in the description of this video. We offer weekly masterclasses during term time, but we also have an October half-term course running next week. We have our online courses, which all of our club members use. So 10 steps to mastering comprehension, we take you through, and 10 steps to mastering creative writing. There are activities for each of those steps, which come with answers as well, which is just awesome because you as parents or tutors can also get involved. You have tutor support from myself and Helen. We're both co-founders of the club. And we host regular competitions with prizes. So this week, for example, was quiz week, and we quizzed all of our students, whichever level they are, and we had prizes. So the prizes have all been sent out this week. And we also, for level 2, so that's year 5 students, we host mock exams in the summer term and regular assessments. And we offer personalised feedback for those. So we literally offer everything for 11 plus English, regardless of exam style, regardless of where your child is at. We like to offer your child the opportunity to really build on their skills within English. Our masterclass timetable, so this is our live classes when we're actually teaching to our members. Year 4 at the moment we're doing Mondays at 5 p.m. Year 5 we do Tuesdays at 6:30 or Wednesdays at 5, and year 6 so really kind of consolidation of skills and preparing for secondary school, and most of them are now, you know, applying for grammar school, so we're really consolidating those skills and just building on confidence. That's Fridays at 6 p.m. Okay, so we have something for everyone at the 11 Plus English Club. Okay, it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more sessions. So if you want more of this stuff, then please hit the like button and also subscribe to our channel, and we will, continue doing what we're doing and what we love. Okay, guys, I'm going to say bye for now. Let's just double check in the chats. When the Halloween vibes are cute, it's illegal. You came second in the quiz. Yes, you did. And hopefully you have your prize by now, Arzan. Okay, so have a wonderful half term if you are off this week. And